Australian officials, they published a letter indicating an initiative to kill 2 million feral cats from around the country by 2020. This is in an effort to save other mammals. The controversial decision, it was developed by the Australian Department of the Environment. Now, they say that these feral cats are the biggest threat to the country's mammals, ahead of foxes and habitat loss. The government plans to use poison and traps to kill these cats. It's not met without some serious opposition. Brigitte Bardot herself is coming out saying this is cruel and heinous. Also, this letter, I want to point out, it was written to a Mr. Morrissey, an artist, right? The one and only. They addressed Stephen Morrissey specifically because he's become, a very outspoken activist regarding this case. They're saying, and this is what the Australian Government Department of Environment had to say to him specifically, not the rest of us that are outraged. Today, feral cats endanger at least 124 Australian threatened species. So they're saying that it's harming, other species of animals that could become extinct or endangered, and they've got to murder them. They have to cull them, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, I broke this story 2 months ago when I realized that this was going to happen in Australia. Now, we have to understand one issue, that it's the problem with invasive non-native species. Australia is suffering of many cat owners that decided that they can't handle their cats anymore. They let them free, and the cats just immediately thrive on this wild environment and became a pester for the community. Like you said, the conservation issue is really, really important because we are talking about species that are going extinct because we can't control the reproduction cycle of these feral cats. Now, Morrissey, the lead singer of the Smiths, now going through cancer treatment, very vocal about animal rights for the last 5 to 10 years. He was one of the top agitators against the Australian government, saying this is inhumane. We can't just go and exterminate 2 million cats. We have to find a different solution. That is the problem. Many people have come forward and cried, as they should, that this is an abuse, but there's little proposals of what we could do, because we cannot just let these cats, run wild in the island, threatening the natural balance of that habitat.
Not only that, I mean, they do everything you just said, but they also kill, so they say one feral cat kills 5 animals a night.
Yep.
So they're losing other animal populations. But on the other flip side, you've got Brigitte Bardot saying this is animal genocide, and there's not a lot of in my opinion, there should be another alternative. So if you've got activists that are really upset by the killing of these 2 million cats, there needs to be either, some sort of haven or refugee place for these cats so that they don't have to be poisoned in traps.
Another way that these governments are trying to fight against these invasive species is to bring other predators that actually attack this feral cat population. But again, you start on a cycle, never-ending cycle of introducing these foreign species that fix a population increase of one species, but then themselves thrive and unbalance the habitat. And I think that yes, this is a drastic measure, and I don't think that anyone in Australia thinks that in any other situation it's correct to kill 2 million cats. But we're talking about a crisis where native species of Australia, one of the most biodiverse places in Earth, is being threatened by a non-native species that most likely came from owners that decided not to take care of their cats any longer.
Well, they're indigenous, though, to the Australian they're there. They were there a long time before people got there. I've heard that made. But do you think that there's a big deal that we make such a stink out of Cecil the Lion? He was a cat. He's one cat. We're talking about 2 million cats, and there's a case for killing them, but because he's a lion, he's rare. We just can't have that. I mean, isn't this kind of the same thing?
No, I think the Cecil the Lion case is a little bit different because he was a very famous lion in his home country. He became very publicized, but now we know that the government is not going to even indict the dentist, the American dentist that went and killed Cecil the Lion. He's welcome to come back. Yeah, but I think that something that really compares to this issue is the idea that we do cry out loud for the killing of these 2 million cats, but we don't flinch when we know how many animals are killed in the U.S. in the red meat business, in the industry, in the meat industry. The amount of animals that get killed every day for us to have food on our grocery stores is way higher, and nobody is claiming horrors about that. And so I think that we need to be balanced, and we need to see the situation. This is trying to fix a biological problem in an area that went out of balance. Is not just free cruelty.
Let us know what you think at home. Is this animal genocide, or is this one necessary step the Australian government is being forced to make because these cats are feasting on other populations of animals? Let us know what you think. While you're at it, be sure to check out the rest of our channel and, of course, subscribe to the Lip TV for more.